Hey guys, EST here, and I built this bug out bag from scratch on live stream just to see, if I could fit it all in and show the process. And I'm going to show you what I'm not happy with, because as much as it's fun to show people how to do something, it's usually more important to show people what mistakes not to make, because mistakes can cause you really big problems. So this Timbuktu bag is moderately expensive. I got it for free from Google, which was kind of weird, just a random giveaway. And this is not what you want to start with. And that's what I wanted to see is, can I kind of get around that and just make it work? I will say that this weighs, I'd say, 10 to 15 pounds. And I hiked a mile and a half with it and didn't have a problem. Didn't become uncomfortable. It doesn't have a front strap, though, for stabilization. Didn't love that. Now, it has these little extra things where you can put something in it, maybe, but they'll slip out. This is all slippery. The whole thing's slippery. It is matte black, which is cool for like stealth, but it's not camo. So depends where you're going, and well, where I live, it would be the woods. This I don't love because you can't really have a drawstring on it to make sure stuff doesn't fall out, and something falls out, well, you've lost it then. The other thing I really felt like putting in this pocket was bug spray. But look at that. There's no friction. I mean, you go upside down, this thing's gone. Don't like it. So the number one thing about a backpack is make sure it's not made out of backpack material. Make sure it's made out of something more durable with a little bit of a friction coefficient. To show you a better example, look at this. This mesh, okay, gets caught on stuff, not smart, I don't like it, but if you got something you don't want falling out, drawstring. Look at that. So much better. So overall durability and waterproofness, yeah, I think it's pretty decent. But the number one problem that you probably already saw is the lack of separate pockets. If you've seen like a really kitted out one, you've got pocket, 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 just separate compartments, not even pockets really. And I just don't even own anything like that. Now, I do like that it's compact and doesn't go waving around, but I would like one bigger just to have a little bit more gear. But this is pretty much everything I need, and it's in here, and it does fit. So anything more, you'd be looking at a potential weight issue. So let's look at what I put in the front here. Let's see, we've got a really cheap knife, and painter's tape is your friend. Oh, from the live stream, I found the painter's tape. It was in my back pocket of my pants. Last place I ever would have looked. I spent like 15 minutes looking for it. It kind of became a meme. Anyway, we've got some water purification tablets. That's cool. They're lightweight. There are better ways to do it. Pre-filter right here. Coffee filters to filter your water before you put it through a membrane filter so that you don't jam it up. Or if you just really had to get rid of contaminants and then you boil it, that would be smart. So a whole bunch of these. Let's see. There we go. Waterproofed everything, by the way. That was very important. Just cheap little plastic bags. Use more expensive plastic bags if you want. There's a good logical reason to do that. And it's tear-proof. This is probably 1.5 mil at best. But yeah, this is a jet lighter, and it's got a little rubber grommet in there, so kind of waterproof-ish. I did put a little compass in there. That's kind of important. Love that. I mean, this weighs practically nothing, and it's super important. You could look at the sun and the moss and all this stuff, but if there's clouds or if you get confused, you just want to know what direction you're going in 1 second, that's how you do it. This thing, I might cut it off, but I thought it was interesting because it's contrasting, so I could hang it up somewhere. I thought that was kind of neat. This looks really flimsy, though. And that's all that I put in there. So here's the current med kit that I'm probably going to put in the front here, just because then I'll know where it is. It's a cheap Walmart one. Ooh boy, 45 pieces, not much in there. But 1, I'm upgrading it. 2, it's a really nice container. And 3, this is my med kit. Whoops. This is not fitting in there. That would never fit in there. I would need so much bigger. And then there's the tourniquet that goes with it. Honestly, if you're out in the woods, tourniquet, questionable. Very questionable. The whole point is a tourniquet is you put it on and you get to medical within like 15 minutes and then they save you and you don't have to amputate your limb. It stops the bleeding and keeps you alive, but it doesn't really solve anything if you can't get to better medical care. So if you're out in the woods and you can't get to medical care, what's the point? But, I don't know, you could probably use it for other stuff too. It's really good strapping, but there's a lot in here. This is like trauma medical. Like, this is not messing around. This cuts and bruises and dumb stuff. But, well, people say don't get a dumb little first aid kit around the house, whatever, because that's not going to save you from, like, anything else. But, I mean, I got Benadryl in there. I've got nail clippers for ingrown nails and other such annoyances. You can use it to clip certain stuff, do minor surgery with that, believe it or not, actually heat it up. But I'm going to put a couple little mini surgical instruments in there. And then we got some triple antibiotic and let's see. Oh, hydrocortisone. A little bit big. I think I'm going to put this in a separate bag in case it spills. But that's just for me because I have really severe allergies to every kind of thing. So you might think that that's a comfort thing, but if I get 100 mosquito bites, I might actually suffer some issues with that. But there's some pretty good stuff in there. I took out dumb stuff I didn't need. I put in better brand of Band-Aids and just upgraded it a little bit. If I had a bigger backpack, this 100% would be what goes in it. But also, I don't want to buy 2 of these. I take this along with me anytime I'm going out on a trip somewhere. And so if I put one in a bug out bag, I'd need 2. And that is really expensive. Well, I just realized this is what came in it. This is what's going in it. A little bit more triple antibiotic. The whole thing with, oh no, scrapes and boo-boos out in the woods. You know, you need a real manly first aid kit. You ever heard of infections? Yeah, they kill you. And it's really unclean out in the woods and out in the wilderness. You don't have soap. You may or may not have rubbing alcohol. You probably don't have hand sanitizers. So you're going to want this and some Band-Aids. Just saying. One little tiny scratch from one little thing, one little branch, one little slip of the knife, and you could die from it. So actually, you do need a small medical kit to treat all those boo-boos before the boo-boos turn into you're dead. So we got the bug spray. I think this weighed in at 4 ounces, so, you know, don't trip over the fact that I'm like, bug spray, comfort item. And like I said, I have severe allergies to absolutely everything. I mean, latex, wood dust, you name it, I'm allergic to it. If it's out in the woods, I'm allergic to it. So we got, I think, a very high dose, I think a year worth of antihistamines in here. And then we got this because, I mean, it's not just annoying and, oh, you keep moving, wear thick clothes. Well, wearing thick clothes out in the summer doesn't work so good for me because I also need to avoid sweating because of a hydration problem with my kidneys. So some of the stuff, like I said, is tailored just to me and my medical issues. Keep that in mind. Oh, I forgot there's a second little zipper pocket over on this side. Oh, look at that. So we've got one of my better battery packs. This will just charge up my phone. It weighs probably about a pound, unfortunately, but this is the most stable one. It doesn't lose power over time. It's got a somewhat quick charge. It's got some flexible in and out there, and it's just a row of top-of-the-line 18650 batteries built it myself. And it's not quite waterproof, but it's pretty good. This weighs a lot, you know, for the pack, but I hacked around with it. It was fine, and it was worth the wait. This right here is a waterproof, so I actually probably could take it out of the bag, but the bag weighs probably 1/10 of an ounce. Let's see, there we go. Open that up. Check this out. Yep. That will light anything on fire. Love it. Absolutely love it. So you're probably thinking, lithium electronics when you got a jet lighter with butane. Yeah, it's just to cover my bets because you really, really, really need a knife, water, or a water filter, and fire. Those are the 3 things you need. So we've got fire 15 different ways. That's just smart. Then we got the cables for the battery pack. We got micro B, micro C. I could shorten these, but I thought, well, you can kind of go from the backpack to your pocket, so you kind of do need about 3 to 4 feet of it. So those weigh next to nothing. They're actually really low end too, and they can only do about, I think, 10 watts. Don't do fast charge or nothing. I could go a little higher end, but it's a budget thing. So that's mostly what's in here. So you might need to grab this so I didn't put it in the bottom, and you might need to use it while you're walking, which is why it's in the front. So where I put stuff was really smart, but boy, could I use a compartment here, 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 and here, just for like, oh, this is fire, this is health, this is first aid, you know, and then you could just reach for it and know where it is. This is already falling out. I'm taking this out. I might wrap this in like sandpaper or something. I don't know, or do something to keep it like friction, maybe like a silicone, except I'm also allergic to most silicones. Something to make it grippy. I might just be able to put Gorilla Tape on it, actually, or electrical tape. All right, so this is just the void, okay? It's one giant compartment. There's, I think, like a little laptop slip sleeve in here. Get one that's orange on the inside and black on the outside if you can, so that you can see what you're doing in low light. Just a little tip for you there. Canteen, empty. This weighs about 3 ounces. Love it. This probably holds 16 to 24 ounces. So got the hip thing, so you can hang it from your hip if you found a way to do it. This is not military surplus, but I got it from a really, really good vendor that does really reliable stuff. So it actually might be military style. So love it. Next up, we got the water filter. I went with the Life Straw. I think I said in the live stream, and I'm going to follow through with this. I'm going to swap it out for a Sawyer. I don't like Life Straws. Then we got just a basic hat, and inside of it, I put my gloves. So, get real compact. These are super, super lightweight. They dry in, like, minutes, and they're really, really tough. This is PVC, so it's kind of pierce resistant, but not as pierce proof as, like, frog gloves or whatever. Oh, what's the name of those? Not frog gloves. I don't know, but the police use them to keep away from hypodermics and stuff. It's similar to this, but these are about as good as you're going to get, and there's probably not hypodermics out in the woods. Hopefully. Now, would I need this in the summer? Absolutely not. I'm thinking about taking it out right now, actually, but I don't know. Just one more thing. I mean, at night, maybe mosquito cover. I don't know. I'm on the fence, and it all fits, and I can carry it, so. Then we got, okay, this is going to be controversial. The mosquito repelling coils, 10 of them. This weighs about 6 or 7 ounces. I mean, we actually got the scale out on live stream, and this one I said, just for me, yeah, it's a single-use item, but I just got to keep mosquitoes off of me, so. Not really worth the wait, but they do work. Thermocells work better. Then we got a flashlight. So this is near the top so I can grab it. If you need a flashlight, you need a flashlight. I don't want to go fishing around, especially fishing around in the dark without a flashlight for a flashlight. That's just stupid. This thing is an absolute beast, and it can recharge. It has an 18650 in there, and I can recharge it off of that power bank a whole bunch of times, or open up the power bank, put the battery in it, and take one out of there, and it will actually just kind of charge level it by itself. Not actively, but like while you apply voltage to it. So this thing, it is zoomable. So these are about $4 or $5 from pretty much any Chinese vendor. So add 30% to that now, but I like it. These are really nice. They're very indestructible too. Next up, we got just a basic little dental care thing because your health is going to go off a cliff if you don't maintain your dental health when you're used to doing it multiple times per day. Your breath is going to be awful, you're going to have a terrible taste in your mouth, and it's going to start to affect your gut health very quickly. And your overall health, it's going to tie up your immune system. Trust me, a basic dental kit is really smart. In fact, I'd even go better than this probably. But that weighs next to nothing and waterproofed it. Next up, we got some zip ties. You'll see why. Then we've got a Damascus steel knife, brand stinking new. This thing was like, I think like $60. There's some kind of weird coating on the knife, I think probably to keep it from rusting. So actually the tape's kind of falling off, but you don't want this falling out with that much effort and running around in your backpack doing crazy stuff. So this holster weighs kind of a lot. I might just do something with like cloth or something on this instead. I mean, it's nice you can put it on your belt, and I almost definitely would. I would take it out, put this on my belt, and then kind of distribute the weight a little bit better. And this is very important for self-defense and for all kinds of stuff. And then I also have a knife sharpener. I misplaced it, but it's a little teeny tiny portable one. Really, really nice. And if you have a knife plus a knife sharpener, you don't really need an expensive knife. I know people are going to go nuts with me saying that. It is true. Okay, as long as the blade doesn't snap off or rust when it gets a little bit humid, you've pretty much got a good enough knife. Then it just comes down to, okay, how well does it hold a blade and the quality of the steel? Because even a $200 knife, $300 knife will rust if you don't treat it well. So if you're already going to worry about the metal in your knife, you might as well just get like a mid-range or a low-end knife, like some Chinese Wonder ones, some just little 440 M-Tech, whatever, for like $10-20, and then just get a knife sharpener and constantly sharpen it. You're not going to run out of blades. So like I said, as long as the blade doesn't snap off, and as you can see, this is one piece. It is riveted into the handle, so it can't fall off of the handle. But this is still a little thin for me. You got to be a little careful with this one. It's not like a straight up bush knife, but it's one of the nicer ones I got. Then we got just a basic thin sweatshirt, and I wrapped up something in here actually. Certainly don't need that in the summer. It's 98 degrees out right now, but you know, at night it gets cold where I'm at. It's a big honking saw. This thing's pretty nice. You can see it's seen some use, and I am actually swapping it out with a different one that's a little bit smaller and lighter. The rivet on this one is starting to fail. This thing's like 15 years old, so you might say, oh, well used, well proven. Yeah, this never was expensive. If it falls apart, no more firewood for you. So if you haven't seen one of these, you could just go 1, 2, 3, and you got a 1-inch branch off. I mean, it's really nice. It's still really, really sharp, but it's got a little bend in it from getting a little too aggressive, misusing it, going a little too fast. And honestly, around the house, don't use one of these. Well, around the house. Around the... if you're doing something with wood outside your house, use a bow saw. Just get a bow saw. These are just stupid. These are meant for travel. They're meant for camping. They're meant to be compact. But a bow saw is so much faster and so much more reliable. It just is larger than this entire backpack. Oh, here's the replacement. Oh, this is kind of cool. So it has a little lock on it. Let's see. You lift this up, and then you put this down. There you go. As you can see, I was testing it out a little bit, but it is razor sharp. A little bit thinner. About as flexible. I don't know. It's definitely Chinese, but it was pretty cheap, and it works. So I'll take it. A little bit shorter, though. I don't like that. A lot lighter. So why was this nearing the bottom and not accessible? Because if you're already setting down to get some campfire wood, chop up some dry wood real quick and make a campfire with like mid-sized stuff instead of trying to split logs or take down a tree, because that's a complete waste of time and energy. You want it lower down in your pack, and some of the stuff you might need a little bit quicker is near the top of the pack. And I wouldn't have to do that if it had more compartments. Next up, probably the most controversial, but get over it. It's a tarp. Everybody's like, oh no, you can take all these boughs and branches and ferns. Yeah, maybe, if you already prearranged the entire video and rigged it. What if those aren't around? What if it's the wrong season? What if it's the winter? This is waterproof. It's fairly light. I mean, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds takes up a lot of room, but it only takes up room in the back. And then I've got the zip ties. So I've also obviously got some paracord in there. And you can tie this down and just shelter quickly, okay? None of this messing around for 4 hours, okay? On a nice little tidy edited together TV show or YouTube channel. No, this is the real world where a tarp is going to save you a lot of time, so I put a tarp in there. Get over it. I actually put a second lighter in there too, just in case. So we've got a total of 3 lighters. But this weighs under an ounce, I'd say. Next, we got the paracord that I was talking about. Yeah, it's paracord, but I put it in the waterproof bag anyway, because why not? Also, I could use these bags to carry water, by the way. Then we've got a 2 actual, 1 striker and 2 ferro rods. So that'll start a fire if all else fails. But I hate to even phrase it that way. It's like more like if everything else runs out, because it's really hard to light a fire with these unless it's really dry, really warm. Whereas, you could take that jet lighter and just basically light anything on fire. So this is like, okay, I've been out in the woods long enough that I'm out of butane, which, FYI, I did some benchmarks. This lighter right here will light approximately 1,000 to 2,000 fires before it runs out of butane. Yeah. And then the electric one, well, we got solar in here, we got a USB, we got a battery, so until the battery fails. And that's probably a compact lithium polymer. So, not anytime soon. And then the last one we got, I thought this was kind of funny. I put a solar panel in here. You do not want to scratch the face of it, so I just labeled it solar panel and then put it inside of an eBay shipping envelope. I mean, it's bubble. It works. So there you go. That's from an upcoming video, so it does about 5 or 6 watts when it's really sunny, and that's enough to get the lighter up, get your cell phone up so you can read some survival documents, check the GPS on your phone, to see if there's signal, get some intel, and that's about it. It's all you really need. You don't have to go full to empty or charge a whole dang electric car with it, so you don't really need above 5 watts. Now, if I did... for about 4 times more weight, but still not much. You got this one. It folds out. I think we got this one up to 10 watts. So, really nice one, but it's a lot, and it's kind of fragile. I don't like the quality, and the way they built this is just stupid. Hard to fold back up. I don't like it, but it's a lot of watts. And I hate to ruin the upcoming video, but there's a lot of fraudulent ones out here. Like this one will work like crap. Got about 2 watts, and it's actually bigger than this one. So be real careful what you're buying. The one thing that I didn't put in here yet was my ultra lightweight aluminum water boiling and cooking pot. You really do need that. I mean, how else are you going to boil water? You could get one of these stupid little things, but not a fan, because that's 6 ounces, not even. And I wish I was kidding, but if you get just stamped aluminum stuff with no coating, no Teflon, because you do not want Teflon on top of a fire, you will poison yourself and die. It actually weighs less than that cup. So I thought, do I need an emergency blanket for signaling or for actually staying warm? Not really. This would be in the winter rotation along with a couple little hand warmers. Oh, one more item I am putting in is actually, this is Mylar sealed right along the top and then resealable with a zipper here. I think it's, let me see. Okay, I can't show the label for various reasons, but 40 multivitamins. Oh yeah, got an oxygen absorber and got a water absorber in there. So these will be pretty good for, oh, I hate to give it a number, but on the years scale. Now here's the thing, okay, you're eating meat, you're eating carbs, you're not eating anything. At least you're going to want your vitamins and minerals to keep your health up, your immune system up, and your energy levels and metabolism up. And for that you need vitamin C, vitamin B, I mean everything. Just you name it, if it's on the back of a multivitamin, you probably need it. So take one of these every couple days is what I'd recommend. Daily is way overkill for daily use or for out in the woods. And you'll be good to go. And this weighs pretty much nothing. A couple ounces, 3 ounces maybe. Go watch my video on how to pack that up if you're wondering. Then we got some cotton balls. Actually got to make more of them. Cotton balls in petroleum jelly, aka Vaseline. So these will light a fire. These are like gonna light anything. Now this is just to be used if you have to light something that's not so friendly. Now, it's not going to dry out something that's wet, but if you just simply cannot find dry grass, or you just don't want to take the time to make a feather stick and slip with a knife and cut yourself, or it takes, 15 minutes, that's 15 minutes that you could be spending doing something else. These weigh absolutely nothing. I think the bag weighs more than them. So you get enough of these, you'll light all kinds of fires, and just pop it under there. Here's some, kindling, done. Saving time is important. Do not do stuff the hard way just because it's a little bit cheaper or a little bit lighter. That is the number one fallacy I see all the time on prepper channels. And lastly, I got a little case and some sunglasses because your boy got dark blue eyes and I just cannot see if the sun's out. I have to have sunglasses or I am quite literally blind. May or may not apply to you, I don't know, but I think so. A couple things I didn't put in there was like sunscreen, because I'm not going to be walking out in the sun anyway. I'll be in the woods. That's just everyone around me, or everything around me is woods. And walking out in the sun, you're going to get dehydrated, you're going to sweat. And like I said, that's more of an issue for me, so not going to happen. Also not going to be found is matches. Those are stupid. I hate them. Unreliable. They break. They run out. Regular lighter because, well, it's not really windproof, not really reliable, kind of explosive, kind of flimsy. Not a fan. Really not going in there, even though it weighs probably half an ounce. But I am throwing in 2 electrolyte packs. So, it's got your potassium and sodium. That's pretty much what you need if you've been sweating, so that you don't cramp up. Very, very, very important. And lastly, we're really stretching what I can fit in here without it bursting at the seams with some M95s, or N95s, my bad. I get it confused with the European ones, which are like M something. But these are really, really, really nice. Got a couple of them in there. Waterproof container. Weighs a little bit, believe it or not. Probably about 1.5 ounce, 2 ounce, you wouldn't think. Might rebag them in a Ziploc for just a little bit added resistance there. But those are in case, wildfire, some kind of contaminant, nuclear, anything. I mean, people don't think of that stuff. Really smart, really, really good idea. Plus, it'll kind of stop allergens, too, if it's a really bad pollen time. So that's about it, but I will say, if I can find a little bit bigger, sturdier, better backpack with external pockets and little like pop-out mini purses and all that, I'm 100% going to get it as quickly as possible. This thing is not worth it even for free. However, the point is, I have it. I'm not waiting forever for the budget, the time, the availability, the next gun show where I know a vendor might have them. When the whole time then I don't have a bug out bag. You don't have to get it perfect. You can build it imperfect, and it's, I wouldn't say good enough, but it's better than nothing. Somewhere between good enough and better than nothing. And then just improve it over time, and don't forget about it. Don't, make a list too. Make an actual paper list and put it in your handwritten that says, I need this, I need to improve this, I want to fit this, it's missing this. Here's the list of expiration dates, here's the list of, whatever else, and just shove it in there, and then you don't have to remember it. Very, very, very important. So thanks for watching, guys. Contribute any other tips you've got down in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time.